All right. Now we're good. Good. So how you guys doing? All right. So I'm Dan. I run this group, or I'm one of the co-organizers of it. That's Joel. I don't think we introduced ourselves earlier. I work for a company called Sun Chemical. It's a manufacturing company. We make inks, pigments, coatings, and we have a gigantic data studio dashboard. So that's why I'm calling myself qualified to do this talk. So welcome to Connect and Visualize all your data with Data Studio. So I'll be talking a little bit about Data Studio. You can get to Data Studio by going to datastudio.google.com. And let's start off by showing you guys a little bit about it. Have you guys seen Data Studio? Anyone? Nope? All right. Let's do a demo. All right. But before we do the demo, pull that up, do my quick little survey. It's like 3 questions. Easiest questions ever, I swear. We're going to use this to do the one of the dashboards off of. All right. I'm assuming you guys have had enough time to do that at this point. So this is Data Studio. So we'll just quickly create like a dashboard based off of the data that you guys have just given me. So all of your guys' data is feeding into a Google Sheet based on the form. Naming it, and then so I'll teach you a little bit more about the data sources as we go on. For this one, the purpose of the example, we're going to use Google Sheets. One report, rule them all, and it's got a few options like using the headers for naming the data, and that is what we will do. And I think that says connect over there, if I remember correctly. So, the what event were you born in, or what state were you born in? Should try. What? Oh. Is there Control Plus? Like that? All right. Sorry about that. That actually makes my life easier, so thank you. All right, so like, there's a whole bunch of different types of data. Obviously, the state you were born in, you'd want to be geo data. So set that up as geo, and that'd be awesome if it would let me. Really? We're gonna do this today? Yes. All right. That was. It didn't. I didn't abbreviate the things in there, did I? Or was it like Illinois? No, it's full length. All right. So then we'll go with region because that's like 3. That was new to me. I've never seen that screen before, actually. So, but yeah. So when you change that. There's different dimensions, and then you add it to the report. You can change all of the types later. There's a whole bunch of different types of things you could do, types of ways to display the data. So for the sake of the state one, you kind of select the geo map. Draw out where you want to put it. All right, so I'm just going to do one other quick thing. Oh, wait. All right. I've made this report before for other places. So I'm going to quickly show you. Hopefully this is my working one. All right. So as you can see, you can make reports fairly easily. Since I didn't have the data in there correctly, I screwed something up. I didn't have a metric. I don't know why that is that way. So this is what, if you were to do the city, or like what state you were born in, the geo map looks like. You can focus it on the United States, which I believe it is right now, but it's super light, and you can barely see that, or at least I can. So I apologize for that. You can set up different colors to go with different metrics or different dimensions. There's also a filter, which you can set up that can filter on the whole report, or you can set up filters within each individual thing, visualization. So since we are doing the presentation in GDG Chicago versus the other ones, I can make it show just the GDG Chicago data and see that, 7 of you selected blue as your favorite color off of the spreadsheet that came up earlier. And most of you, most of you are born in Illinois and one in Colorado. So I'm guessing it's the guy with the Colorado shirt was born in Colorado. Not true. It was a good guess. So, or, with the filter, I could also go with the last time I gave it, which was at WordCamp Chicago and GDG Chicago, and see all of my Chicago peeps, which blue is apparently a popular color in Chicago. So that's just kind of a quick example of one of the reports. You can build a lot more sophisticated ones that tie into a lot better things than just a spreadsheet. So here's some much cooler things than I can actually build right now. Some different reports that other users have made. Winter Olympics games, all-time medal results. So, like, Germany clearly did some pretty good ass kicking, except for against the United States. No, it still kicks our ass. Never mind. Based on all the numbers. So, those are the scorecard visualization, and obviously these are bar charts. So you kind of put them next to each other, make it look nice, make it look fancy. There's some other really cool ones. This one is how does economic a scatter chart that's oriented in a very interesting way that someone had fun with. So there's a lot of information on that, and I thought that was a really cool one. And so, if you have a boss that needs to see everything in a spreadsheet, but you still kind of want to give them a nice way to look at something, your 3 little dots are your friend, because you could still export it out that way. Another cool little one, last and final one. This is for you developer people, and looking at your billing for Google Cloud. This is definitely not mine. And as you saw with the previous ones, they were embedded into websites. So you can also embed these reports into different sites. It's an option to do that. This one is actually being shown within Data Studio. There's a whole bunch of different pages. I'm trying to find my mouse so you could look at even your spending trends. which it looks like that guy is saving some money in the future here. There's different, like I said, there's different types of charts, different ways you can filter it. That one apparently is not any resource types. Yeah, so there's some cool templates out there that you can look at. With Data Studio, there are some beginner templates. So like if you want to look at all your AdWords data or something like that, or analytics, there's a starter one that you can just take your analytics and put it as a data source in there. All right. So, use cases. There's probably about 6 different people that will want to look at it, or 6 different types of people. Hold on, I'm finding my notes. So the blonde one is an analyst, kind of in a big corporation. They monitor all the different metrics, so they want different dashboards. You know, you've got executives that want to actually present the results, all that, so that's great for them. Data scientists, if they want to do a blog, they can embed the results into that blog. You've got developers who, like if they work at, you know, a freelance agency or something, they can make their life super simple by making one dashboard and changing out what data points are in there by changing the data source. The CTO of a business, the pink one, can provide additional value to customers. And the white one, which apparently he didn't really finish that slide, he put it as a developer that wants to monetize because you can build your own connectors to connect to different services, and you can actually charge money for them. So look out for that when you're looking for connectors, because some are free, some aren't. But there's 4 things that all those kind of issues need for the proper solution, which is it needs to be scalable. You kind of want it to be interactive. Cost effective is a huge thing, and being able to perform well is another fantastic thing to have, because performance, perf matters. So that solution can be, well, Data Studio. That's what we're here to talk about. So Data Studio, as I've told you a little bit, is Google's business intelligence dashboarding platform. It's free. For the most part, there's, like I said, some connectors that do charge some money. But you can build those same exact connectors if you want to. But yeah, and it's available today. So it is available to all of you. So I guess we'll go over how does Data Studio work, which first we'll go over Connect. So there's, as I showed you guys, there's some data sources. The example I showed you guys was Sheets. There's BigQuery, Cloud SQL, Cloud Storage are some examples of ones where you can use your public data sets in BigQuery. Like I was going to show a Chicago crime data set if you want to look at crime in Chicago since 2001. That's a data set. You can also use your on-premise stuff, so your MySQL, Postgres. If you're a WordPress person, a lot of your data is going to be in MySQL, so that works out great there. And then obviously all your Google products can tie into it. There's, you know, YouTube Analytics, AdWords, Cloud Spanner. And then there's also community connectors, which are ones built by the community that lets you connect all sorts of different data. Like I think there's an Instagram one, a Facebook one, there's one for Meetup. There's just a whole bunch. They're built in app script. You can develop your own. It doesn't take too much. I've made a few on my own, but never actually published them. And you can share them and publish them, which the only thing I've done is contributed to open source. So, I mean, there's really 3 basic functions that go into it when you're doing it. There's the configuration, There's getting the schema of the data, how it's set up, and getting the actual data from like the web API. One of the limitations with it is, so there's two different auth types that are allowed right now, which is OAuth 2 and the user password way. So they're getting better. They're putting more stuff into it. Definitely look into it. There's a lot you can do with it. So I could do another demo and have it fail in my face, or continue talking. Which would you like? What do you want to see? Me do a demo and fail, or continue going on? Demo, all right. We'll do a demo. All right. Let's see if I can redeem myself. All right. Thanks for laughing at me, Joel.
Demo guys are always good stuff.
Yeah, I know. They are. Oh, crap. All right. So you can also do new data sources over here. So I'm going to do that because that just makes my life a little bit easier right now. So there's community connectors. If you scroll down a little bit, I'm going to do Meetup. So for this one, I need our URL. I hope that's highlighting. I can't really tell. Yeah, I'm going to bring this over here. All right. Where is one? There we go. So we'll connect to that. Query type. We'll look at general info on our Meetup group. Not now. We're going to do events. And connect to that. So this connector is actually one that they did. There's a GitHub account where they've got a bunch of examples, a bunch of open source ones. I actually contributed to this one. So that is why I'm going with Meetup. And because you're at a Meetup, so it only makes sense to show something slightly relevant. So we will add that to the report. I find when you're testing things, tables are the best way to test because it's going to display your data pretty much no matter what. Okay, that's broken too. That's not supposed to be broken. There we go. All right. So here's all of the GDG Chicago event data. Yep. So had this worked, or had it worked, it would look something kind of like this. So one thing, as you can see, we had 160 RSVPs for this event. Clearly not 160 people showed up. So one thing you kind of got to track is that. So the event that actually had the most people show up is probably our Dev Fest. It's like, oh, IO extended 250. So Google looks at our numbers sometimes we fudge it a little. Anyways, but yeah, so you kind of get the idea that you can connect to different data sources like Meetup and view do your information that way. You look like you have a question or you're really intrigued. Yes, you. Not you, no, him, next to you. That went like that. What? So apparently it's not this report, but I did do one that has like the attribution rate. There's calculated fields that you can set up so that you can look at what percentage people, so you can set up like this many RSVP divided by this many showed over this many RSVPs, that percentage actually showed up, and then you can set that up as another like column in it. So, but it's why does this thing not just go away and make my life easier? It's apparently hidden under the thing saying it's connected. So you can create new dimensions and create new dimensions and metrics where there's an area that you enter the formula in. So like, concat is one of the things. There's a whole list of different things, and like if you just wanted to add like wait list count plus manual attendance count, which really adds up to nothing. Is there one? Ah, okay, that would have made my life easier. I couldn't see it. All right, we'll just call that test. Save. Done. And then test should be somewhere in here. Oh no, actually, because what I made actually had metrics in it, so I made a new metric, essentially. Yeah. So select test, and so essentially your waitlist count plus, yeah. So, which I don't know if we have any with much of a waitlist. But yeah, fairly easy to do. Just look through the formulas. Yes. So dimensions are kind of like categories, and metrics are kind of the numbers behind them. So that's that. All right, now that I'm done going down with the blade of glory on this demo, should we get back to the presentation? Sure. All right.
It's free, right? You get to do Data Circus. Data Studio costs money.
Data Studio is free.
Oh, cool.
Free. Thanks for listening, Joel.
It's fine. Sure.
All right, so there is a Codelab if you want to build your own community connector. I don't think we're going to have time for that today. If you want to take a picture of this, go for it. I'm sure I can probably share the slides with you later. So that it says it takes 31 minutes. I haven't done it personally, so I don't know how accurate or inaccurate that 31 minutes is. Y'all got it? Wait, I see one camera still up. You got it, John? All right. So, as I said, you can share it and publish it. So you can share, it's a link essentially that when you do the build that you can click on it, share that link to share that connector with people. So if you build one that's got all your on-premise data, you kind of don't want that getting out too much, so you can share it within an organization, have your own access control on it. You can put it up on GitHub as open source, so that other people can help you contribute to it, kind of like I did with the Meetup one. Or you can get it up on, publish it as like being partner maintained, where it's closed off to everyone else working on it. But there are a whole bunch of connectors that I didn't even scroll down past. There's, I guess it says 90 connectors, 450 data sources. As you can see, there's a lot of the same icon around. I feel like those are the ones that charge and make their money off selling you ways to connect. So, but there's a lot of other ones that work well. Like there was what he wanted me to demo at one point, and I'm not comfortable showing the data, is a Salesforce one. So if you want to connect to your Salesforce reports and things like that, you can do that. Trying to think of other ones that I think I built a Twitter connector just to pull in like my work's Twitter feed into it, showing which one does the most favorites and all that, so that we can get that data. But yeah, so there's a lot of different data sources, a lot of different connectors. It's pretty easy to use. Check it out. So this is a fake Albert Einstein script or quote. He was probably trying to be funny at this slide. So if you fetch data into Sheets with AppScript, your connector is already 75% done. Because essentially, if you're putting data in Sheets by automatically, you've pretty much written AppScript there. So it's just rewriting it and tweaking it a bit to be pulled into Data Studio as opposed to Sheets. If you've got it in Sheets, you can just connect it through a Sheets connector either way. So then there is the analyze part. I feel like there's probably supposed to be some notes there. I don't want to like totally. There we go. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I give you guys like at least a halfway decent presentation here. I've apparently lost my note. So there was clearly supposed to be more to this because the note literally says, now let's see the analysis part. So yeah, you can look at data, you can figure it out, you can analyze it a bit. Crap. Oh. And you can also visualize, as you guys saw, the data, which is kind of like analyzing it there. But there are now community visualizations, which are really cool. So when you guys use like D3 at all for making visualizations, or know what that is? So they've kind of they've taken it so you can kind of take D3 visualizations and bring them into Data Studio. I'm not going to lie, I tried it, and it's harder than I thought. So here's an example of one of the community visualizations that they had built. So it's got like the nice animations of zooming in and around all the different circles. So if you need to do that, there's that. Guessing this is hopefully my favorite one, I think. Yeah, sunbursts, they're fun. I don't know what you'd use them for. but they make a lot of cool animations. I haven't figured out a really good use for it yet, but I'm sure someone has one. So I like colors and movement. And then there is a link to the exact billing dashboard that he gave me earlier. Okay.
Is that for like pricing and stuff?
Yeah. I showed that one earlier. So apparently, I don't think there was a community visualization in there. So we're just going to pretend that didn't happen. So then you can share your data. As I said earlier, you can embed it into a website. You can put it in as part of a presentation. You can share the link because it's literally a report that shows up in your Google Drive, or at least the connector does, if I remember correctly. So the embedding is just if you click, I think it's like a file menu, as embed a report, and it'll give you the HTML to put it right into the site that you want to do it on. So push button solution for using developer features. Yep. All right. We're almost done having to listen to me talk. So what? So Data Studio. The too long don't read. Essentially, this talk was it's a free business intelligence reporting solution that you can connect any of your data sources to and make any visualization you want. So here's some resources for you. Yeah.
What typical cost of some connectors which are the most popular ones?
I don't know what the most popular ones are or the cost really. I think I've seen some. I want to say I tried using one and it had a cost of somewhere between 10 and 20 a month, depending on. It was like a service and it connected to a whole bunch of different stuff.
Right.
So it wasn't just like one thing.
Typically, it's easy to do with the data analytics, Google Analytics, and Google search results. So it's not much of a data comes through, but when you try to get third-party like Twitter or Facebook, then it's difficult to connect. So one way is to go on manually Google Sheets and then from there.
Yeah, so I mean, there's ways around it where you can pull the stuff into sheets and.
But I have not found any reliable connector so far, which can go real time on non-Google properties.
Yeah, I don't know. So wait, what was the question one more time?
The first part of the question was, which is according to your experience, the best data connector. That's one part. The second was, how will you do your case study where you connected non-Google properties on Data Studio?
Okay. Sorry about that. So best connectors so far. Honestly, I haven't used a lot of the community connectors. If I'm good. I literally just tried the Salesforce one today to see what it could do, since he had it on there as a demo, and I was like, no, I don't want to show you guys that. That looked really robust, honestly. So if you use Salesforce, use that. I've used the Meetup one because my life outside of work is Meetup. So, I mean, that's not really relevant to you at all. My favorite one I like, Google Analytics. Because, I mean, it works, it's easy. Easy to use, it's got everything in it, and I feel like anyone who's got a website or even potentially an app, that information's coming in. So there's always data to look at, new ways that you can make reports. So.
Can you contribute your, you said something about open source, I was going to detail. About the open source thing, can you contribute your own?
Yeah, so like There's, if you go on github.com, is it on here? I know it off the top of my head. It is, github.com/Google Data Studio. There's a community connector area where you can, if you want to put it up to them, you can. You can put it on your own GitHub. I contributed, like I said, to the Meetup one because it didn't have what I wanted in it. So I added in the field I wanted and let the community have it.
So you build your own if you're nothing.
Yeah.
That's your use.
Yeah, or if you don't want to pay for it.
So these third-party companies that are selling their reports for $10, $20 a month, are they partners? Like, are they?
Yeah, so they're partners from what I can tell. They're partners. So I had like early access to the community visualization thing,
Right.
and clearly they did too. So because it was like from @QuickMetrics, all the like requests coming over. So I believe they are partners. They get early access to stuff, so they have time to build things and get it built out.
So if you wanted to post some of your reports on there and monetize them, you have to become a Google partner.
I don't think you have to become a Google partner. You just have to essentially have the service to monetize it.
Okay.
Essentially. And yeah, so you can totally monetize off it. And that's even in the developer documentation.
Great.
Yeah, if you guys want to stick around for like 5 more minutes. Yeah, we can do a giveaway in the time
we're waiting for the guy.
Yeah, so we got a survey. We'll have you guys do it while we wait. Feel free to butcher me in this survey.
Thanks, Dan, for giving this talk on such short notice.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, we found out probably Tuesday or so. Or
Yeah, we found out yesterday, and I got the slide deck at 10 o'clock.
Oh, right.
10, 11 o'clock.
So thank you, Dan.
Yeah. Thank you. I hope I didn't do too bad.